Brahmacharya. It's the most confusing word is Brahmacharya. Is Patanjali talking, have set up these 4 rules for the society. Where comes that word celibacy? Western scholars, fathers and priests say celibacy is an Eastern taboo. Actually, the word brahmacharyam, once you have practiced ahimsa, how to love selflessly, how to practice truth, relating with the facts, how not to steal, then 4th thing comes brahmacharyam. Walking in Brahman consciousness. All the time you walk with the Brahman, with the Absolute, with the Father of all, with the Proprietor of all, who is giving you this life breath. Don't you see? It's experience you can have. You are inhaling and exhaling, and we all are doing that. Who is that Proprietor? Who is giving us this life breath? There is only one Proprietor. If he doesn't give, we all will crumble down. But a merciful Lord is giving us life breath, and we are inhaling and exhaling. When you are conscious of this reality, you walk in Brahman consciousness all the time. Actual meaning is Brahmacharya is this. Another meaning. In Grasta, if you are married to one woman, your love should not be only on one platform, body consciousness. No. It should grow. It should go to Atman. You both have one and the same Atman. You are 2 dots of one line. One dot is this, one dot is this, and marriage connects 2 dots. So in the world, Patanjali says, draw a line of harmony between the 2. You see, that becomes one line. 3rd Brahmacharya. If the Brahmacharya word means celibacy is practice, it is practice for the monastic. But they don't have women there. How are they going to cope with this situation, with the biological necessities? You see. So for them said, no. This will always, you see, create conflict in your mind, dissipate your mind. You better control this. So they teach a process which is called Urdhvaretas. Now, I want to be frank because you will understand, all are adults here. When a man or woman also ejaculates, so when a man ejaculates, before it comes out, certain glands secrete, and then that is called semen. The yogi, with the heat, creates in his body, and through his spinal column, central canals, leads it to his brain. That method, that process was adopted by the medical science. There are many diseases where the medical scientists do not give medicine. Take out blood from this arm, inject in another arm. Have you ever seen it? Many doctors will tell you. In most of the skin cases, they do it. Take out your own blood from here and inject it here. As that ice evaporates and you don't see, as water becomes ice or ice evaporates, so is the case with the semen they deal with. Mentally, they will stimulate the semen. Before semen is formed, after the secretion, then they evaporate the semen and lead it through their central canals to the brain and again circulated, so that their semen is not wasted. Women also practice that. So they don't need to be united. They don't need two bodies to practice that. That Kriya is called Urdhva Ritas. In ancient time, teachers used to teach this Kriya first to the students. Now, I know you will not confess, but I understand. Most of the marital problems in the world are because of this relationship, sexual relationship. Two people are pushed to get married. They can adjust in language because they have learned the same language. They can adjust in the dresses because they know each other, wearing good dresses in society. But they can hardly understand that sexual relationship because nobody teaches them. It has nothing to do with strong man and weak man. It has something to do with the training. Then woman's constitution is entirely different than man's. A man is like a brute force, does sex and goes away and doesn't understand its repercussions, its effect on the woman. And woman is married. How can she say, I am not happy? She tries to be happy, and here man rushes from outside, does sex and goes away. This means they are not trained. Okay. And there is no such training program anywhere in the world. Suppose I start doing it, next day what will happen? I will be in jail. You see. But actually, instead of teaching these bad things in the, schools about sex, control should be taught. How to use mind, action and speech. You don't see mind, but how to use your speech, how to use your actions, the organs which are in action. Most of the marriages, more than 47,000 couples I have counseled in the world, I found out most of the marriages fall apart on this issue. See, I have never seen a man getting married to a woman not for sex, not met a single couple who said, okay, let's not do sex, yet get married. It means sex is a prominent part between the two. And if that performance is not right, there will be disaster. Mental problems, many diseases, many dissatisfactions which are not spoken because our society does not allow you to speak such a thing, and you cannot talk to anybody, you cannot give your confidence to anybody. Many times you think that what people will think about me, I should not say such a thing. And this becomes a source of diseases for which there is no treatment. So Brahmacharya means wife and husband should learn not to divert their mind here and there, because if a man goes with two women, he can adjust that. But he cannot love his wife. He can do sex in a brutal way, animal way, but he cannot love. Here in human being, sex comes later, love comes first. Why? Now I'm going to tell you something. When you eat food, you are feeding your body first. And then it will affect your mind later on. But when you do sex, it will come in your mind first and then go through your body. Vast difference. Therefore, the word Brahmacharya is so deep. It can make such huge volume which can be great use to the world. I got a scripture in the library of Ramnagar, Avasthaji, written by Dev Swami on this subject, who never got married and who was Brahmachari, who never saw a woman in his life. He had no tongue by birth, and he became a great Swami. He wrote that scripture. It took me 6 months to study that scripture. Still it is not published. It's still in the archive of Ramnagar, opposite Banaras, Kashi, That is scripture. When a Swami says, I am concerned about the world, I am concerned about the people. Everyone eats, but nobody knows how to eat. Everyone wants to sleep and sleep, but nobody knows how to sleep. Everyone wants to do sex, but nobody knows how to. This basic training, which is very important for human survival, for the growth of humanity, is not imparted anywhere. Oh, what a chaos in the world. And this is truth, you see. Even most civilized people, you see, they don't discuss this matter. This is considered to be something very bad for our culture. I think when an age comes, everyone should know and should have such control so that family life is happy. You see. Anyway, in the world, Brahmacharya can be practiced if a man and woman learn to adjust and have control, learn to enjoy each other, learn to satisfy each other, learn to understand each other's habit patterns, and thus live in the world. In the monasteries, there is no such thing like woman. And if women's monastery, there is nothing like man. So they are taught a method where the Shakti that has got trend, external trend, flows upwards, recirculated in the body, and that is why you will find two types of yogis. I am speaking for Dr. Hosti. One type of yogi will be like Shankaracharya, very gentle, like a beautiful girl. Extraordinarily beautiful, gentle, beautiful. And another is like Dayananda, very strong. Once in Jaipur, 4 horses, buggy, he stopped just doing like this. And they did not know what has happened. Horses are jumping there, but the buggy wouldn't move. They turned face, there was a Swami doing like this. He said, these 4 horses? Bring another 10 horses. Sir, who are you? He said, just nothing, I am a Brahmachari. You have lost your strength. I did not lose my strength. I am going to tell you this. The power of Brahmacharya is immense. But then you understand. Monastic way of life and the life in the world are two different. Sex is not a crime. Marriage is a legal prostitution. Yeah. It's legal. Husband says, I will be provider, you give me sex. But it's legalized, you know. But I tell you something. It's biological necessity of a man. Best way of dealing with it is to get married. That's what society has. Ashtabakra long ago did that. So here, Dayananda was very strong physically. You know why? Because Dayananda used to practice a way which is called tasting Swalpakala, Amritakala. Now, this head is considered to be a part of nectar. And these 4 are the 4 corners in the Shiva temple that you see. And in the heart, that something nectar drips, lube, dub, lube, dub. That is a spiritual sketch, supposed to be known by the students, but the students don't understand it. These are 4 chambers. You'll see those who go to temples, Indian Hindu temple, Shiva temple. And here this is the lingam. Lingam means sign. That sign tells you. You see. So here the nectar drips on it. Love, loo, dub, loo, dub, loo, dub. You can hear through stethoscope. These days what people do, people pour the water, worship it. They don't understand. That's the yogic practice. They forgot how to practice it. You don't have to go to any temple. You are a temple yourself. This looped up constant sound is coming from within. You have to take dipping. So that dipping tastes two ways. One makes you beautiful, beautiful like Saraswati, goddess of wisdom. Another makes you very strong. One is called Swalp Kala, another is called Amrit Kala. Shankaracharya tasted Swalp Kala, Dayananda tasted Amrit Kala. That's why there are two abhyasas.